Welcome to Kellyanne Cares, your one-stop shop for personal growth, productivity, podcasting, and wellness, aka my little corner of the podcasting world. My name is Kellyanne Gorman, and I'm so glad that you are here. A little bit about me, just in case you're new. I'm a seasoned podcaster on my 6th year. I'm the author of a book titled Everything is Messy that I actually wrote and published during the pandemic. A personal growth and productivity expert. Overall, I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur here to help you get organized, put in the work, and turn your dreams into a reality. I'm actually very obsessed with getting you to become the most productive version of yourself, both personally and professionally. I create programs, products, and services that elevate your mind, make you feel good in your body, upgrade your business, and enhance your life, all while saving you time, money, and energy. Productivity is the name of my game, and something that I can tell you with extreme confidence I'm very good at. I feel like I've always had this in me, so it just makes sense to share my best tips, tricks, and strategies that actually work that you're going to enjoy using. My morning routine is something very sacred to me. Give me all the sound bowl meditations, healing crystals, ice rolling for the face, the lymphatic drainage, the fresh air, the sunshine, the silent walks, the hot girl walks, the iced coffee, the avocado toast, chlorophyll water, and green juice a girl can handle. Everything in moderation, of course. My belief is that you need to do the work first to become the best version of yourself in order to help others level up and do the same. If this resonates with you, then you have come to the right show, my friend. I'm obsessed with creating delicious and healthy, easy recipes. A very crispy Diet Coke because balance, and who doesn't love a good nugget ice situation? And all things personal growth, productivity, podcasting, and wellness, as you may have just heard, but I needed to reiterate, and maybe you've seen all over my social channels. Taking a more personal approach to business and wellness is how I roll. I bring my enthusiasm and I utilize my expertise and creative background to help others enjoy more of life through this show, my book, my podcast development, my personal growth wellness coaching experiences, as well as business and LinkedIn consulting. There is something for everyone here. So take a moment, sit back, relax, tune in, take notes. You are going to love this episode because I'm switching things up and you are going to love it. Now, friendly reminder, if you're new here, you want to binge some of the latest episodes, it's so easy because I pride myself on being probably one of the most organized humans on the planet. You're going to head to kellyanngorman.com after the show. You're going to type in the top right search bar a subject that you are looking for, and all of my previous episodes and blogs will show up for you. It's literally that simple. Inspiration, motivation, determination, and a never, ever, ever give up attitude are what got me to where I am today. I'm obsessed with the work that I do each and every day, and I honestly want you to feel the same. This is why I do what I do. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm sitting in my bed on a Saturday morning in my PJs, eating cold pizza for breakfast with my iced coffee on the side, recording this episode for you. So don't be shy, say hello, go to my website, sign up to receive a personal email from me, or you know what you can do is answer my new polls and Q&As that are now available for you on Spotify. If you're not listening on Spotify, you can still download the app and answer the polls. Let's connect because I want to send you a gift today. Listen, I recorded this episode yesterday. I listened to it, which is rare, and I'm like, no. I'm going to just wait a day. I'm going to record a new episode for you because I have so much to share. Because the last 20 days, so much has happened. I cannot even begin to tell you. But I'm going to start and I'm going to try. So let's just start off by saying hello. I'm seriously so glad that you are here. And what I just read to you is the home page of my website with a little ad libs, of course. But I've rebranded, when was it? A couple months ago. And it didn't feel right. So I did it again. And when I say rebrand, I'm upgrading what I have to offer in everything that I do. And I am obsessed with wellness because I've been on a healing journey for years. So I think it's really important to share what I'm doing. And let me just tell you about my current video going viral about castor oil in a second. But it is just so important to share what you know to help others, right? It's why I started doing what I do 6 years ago. It's how I literally fell into the podcast development space because people needed what I knew and I didn't even know I could create it. So I just figured it out and here we are. I knew that something was missing when I just dove into wellness education for women. Like, I said that I was only doing certain things with podcasting and LinkedIn and business, but life has a funny way of working, and I have had the most incredible clients over the past couple of years just in podcasting. And one of them referred me to somebody that referred me to somebody that referred me to somebody that referred me to somebody. And now I'm working with them all. And it's all in podcasting. So I'm like, this is crazy. Like, one, I'm so grateful because I was not in this position a couple months ago. And I still felt like a little bit lost. So I'm like, let me just share what I know best. And that's my healing journey and my wellness. But honestly, what I'm so passionate about is podcasting and writing and obviously helping you get to where you want to be. But there's so many ways with a podcast that you can do that. And just sharing everything I do on the internet is going to help you in some part of your life. And if it doesn't help you, you're going to share it with someone and it's going to help them. Or it's going to just make you laugh or cry or be like, is this girl serious? Like, I just like to create content. I enjoy helping others, especially when it comes to my delicious, healthy, easy meals. I took a break from my little live cooking show just because it was like intense. And the times that I'm available to do it, like, I don't get a lot of viewers because a lot of people are at work. And that's just the only time I had. But now I'm writing a lot and I'm creating a lot more shows. So I'm like, maybe I should just like switch things up a bit. And that's exactly what I did. And that's the best part about being an entrepreneur is that you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to change. And not even just in entrepreneurship, like in life in general, right? So I took down my podcast and LinkedIn development areas of my website because I really just wanted to focus on wellness. But then I started writing again. Like, I got my mojo back. Let's just say that. I got my fucking mojo back. And then all of a sudden, these podcasting clients fell into my lap and I'm like on fire. And I'm like, I miss my 4:15, 4:30 a.m. wake up calls and writing. I've always said, like, the best time my brain works for writing, especially when I need to get inside the brain of somebody else and write for them. I have to get up so early. I do my routines. I get my pen and paper. I don't just type. Like, I always have to write it out first. I'm so old school. I actually had a call with someone yesterday, a new client, and I'm like, I literally wrote my entire book in pencil before I dictated it. Like, I'm just old school. I love my highlighting system, which I'm sure you've seen. But I still felt like something was missing and I still felt like a little bit burnt out, which is why I was just focusing on like wellness education. And I really want to help other people like feel good, right? I could still do that by developing shows and helping you get to where you need to be using LinkedIn. Like, LinkedIn has been my number one tool. So why am I not like still sharing that? Here's the thing. I tried to niche down. That is not for me. And I've always said that, but I wanted to try. And I'm like, I was on another call with a good friend of mine, which I'm going to be doing my next episode. I already have all my notes written because I got up early, and this just goes to show you, like, this is my process and it works. I already have episode 346 written out. I already know what it's about. And I'm going to be introducing you to a new brand as well, but it's all about small businesses. And I'm going to share with you what you need to do to have a successful rest of the year. I have everything written in front of me. Like, it's going to be so good. So you're definitely going to want to tune into that. If you have a small business, or if you want one, or if your friend has one, like, stay tuned because I'm already like in it to win it with that episode. There's so much fire content that you're going to really, really need if you're not using these things already. And it's just everything that I've learned to grow and love and get rid of. So I'm going to share it all with you. But I felt like something was missing. I tried to niche down. I was on a call with a friend and she was trying to help me. She's another entrepreneur. That's why I wanted to tell you about episode 346 because it's very important to have weekly calls with other friends that are in business because they're the only ones that understand what you're truly going through. Your best friend that works in corporate America, she has no idea what the fuck you're going through. It's your friends in business that truly get it. It's just like all those things you see online where, you know, your best friend won't like your post and you get offended, but like, why are you offended? This post is not for her. You want your ideal client. So who gives a shit, right? So anyway, I tried to niche down. I've never niched down, but something was like, I'm at a different point in my life. This last year was like such a year of like transformation and healing that I didn't even know that I needed. And so I thought that was like the next chapter. But the next chapter is to take my writing and my podcasting experience to the next level. And I don't have to niche down. I've always preached, like, don't niche down. And then I go and try, and it didn't work out. So here we are. So as you may have noticed, there was no intro music in the beginning of the show. And that's because I am writing my own brand new intro, because now I'm on a writing mission. Like, I'm writing for so many clients right now, and when that happens, like, it just inspires me to do more for my own stuff. So I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I didn't know. And my favorite part is doing the writing and then putting the music to it and producing it. Like, that is, I am in my fucking zone when I do that. And it's just incredible how different I feel than I felt like literally 20 days ago recording that episode for you. And it was my 6-year anniversary show. And I honestly tried to record that show so many times as well. And it just like didn't feel right. And so finally it did. And I recorded at like 100 something degrees in a car with the AC off, like super early in the morning, because that's all that I had available. And that's like been my studio lately. And I'm just like so excited. Kellyanne Cares is wellness education for women. Now I'm working with men. I'm back in the podcasting space. I'm all over LinkedIn. And shit just changes. In life, you just got to roll with the punches. And I just feel so much more in alignment. Like 6 years straight, you need a break. I took it. I'm back. I'm fucking back, because I am on a mission with these shows I'm producing and developing. Like, they're so good. None of the content is mine. These are my clients I'm just talking about. And I'm just so excited for you to hear them, which you will. Once we launch, I'm going to drop the names and you can go binge their content. And they are so different from each show. Side note, my tooth is throbbing right now. Like, I have a cavity. Interesting. So anyway, so there's no intro, there's no music. I just wanted to read a little something from the brand new homepage of my site. I've redone my branding, my site, and I'm going to share that with you right now. I think it's really important to explain why I did it, which is what I just did, and what is now available, because I'm adding more things and I've changed them, and I just feel so good about it. So first of all, as I mentioned earlier, if you sign up for my newsletter, which you can at kellyanngorman.com, and everything I'm talking about and sharing with you right now is going to be in the show notes, so don't miss out. You don't have to write anything down, like just click those links in the show notes. My 10-step productivity and goal achieving guide is now free. I'm not charging for it. So you actually get that when you sign up to receive a personal email from yours truly. If you are not into emails, but you are on LinkedIn, you can sign up for my LinkedIn newsletter, because I usually piggyback the content there. And those actually go into your inbox as well, but you can just read it on LinkedIn. Again, totally up to you. Some people just don't like giving away their emails, and that's totally understandable. I also do always share my newsletters on my social pages for the ones that don't like that, don't like to receive them. So I post on social as well. And that's a good tip if you are a business owner, is post them on social, because people might like your content, what you're writing, like, oh, I actually do want that newsletter. So it works both ways. So I redid my homepage to really explain to you what it is that I do, because I do a lot and it's fine. Everything is fine if you are a multi-passionate entrepreneur. I don't know why the hell I tried to niche down. That was just like, I don't know why. There's no answer. There's no answer. So all of my branding has always said a one-stop shop, because it's the only way to explain what it is that I do. If somebody asks me, I just say I have a podcast business, I have a show, and I develop shows. Because if I just say I'm a multi-passionate entrepreneur, they're like, oh, what do you do? And they think I own like brick and mortar stores and whatever. Like, it's just so crazy, like the answers and questions I get. But if you go to Kellyanne Cares, which is kellyanngorman.com, and all my social pages, you'll see it's a one-stop shop for personal growth, productivity, podcasting, and wellness, because that is what I do. And I feel like that's the best explanation of it, because if you're coming to me to help you develop a show, you want me to help you grow your brand, you need personal growth, you need healthier recipes, you want to become the most organized, productive human on the planet, this is where you come to do that. So I put everything on my website, which was there already, plus things that I've had in the past and gave them a whole upgrade. So the Realign Project, which is brand new, that's my personal growth coaching program. You get one-on-one time with me. I have a CEO leadership course that I'm doing with a friend of mine. That is like next level. And you can sign up to receive when that goes live soon. The link is there on the page. I have more discounts on the brands that I love. My podcast development and audit and consulting and production, all of that is back. I gave it a huge upgrade because there's a lot of ways that we can work together when it comes to your podcast. Some people just want to call. Some people just want to audit. Some need me to hold their hand throughout the whole process, like a one-on-one coaching experience. Some need a complete done-for-you service. There's honestly so many ways to launch and develop and produce and monetize and market a show. So I wanted that all there for you. So I have a podcast development page. Leverage Your LinkedIn has now become a completely different program where it's available for individuals as well as corporations, because that's who I've worked with in the past. It's very, very important to be on LinkedIn right now. If you are not, I think there's like almost 1 billion people on there. It's nuts. I've been coaching people on LinkedIn since, I don't even know, 6 or 7 years ago, maybe. I've been on the platform for over a decade, and it's been my number one tool in networking, in pitching brands, in just so much strategy that I've created in my business goes into utilizing the LinkedIn platform. If you are not doing so, you are missing out. At least get a crash course on what it is you're missing and see if it makes sense, right? Because maybe it doesn't make sense for your business, but I'm telling you right now, if you are not on LinkedIn, you really are missing out. Snoop Dogg is now on LinkedIn. All these celebrities that have brands are now on LinkedIn because they're realizing what they're missing out on. Creators, small businesses, hashtags, podcasts. Like podcast ad spend right now is in the billions. It is nuts. Everything is exploding. And for a while I was like, you know, maybe I should go work for a podcasting company, like another media company, and bring my expertise to them. And I did pitch a few, but nobody does what I do. And I'm saying that because I created every single thing that you see on my website, I created from scratch. No one does what I do in the way that I do it. And I'm telling you this because it's so important to, one, say out loud for my own self, but for you, if you are intimidated, if you are in a space that is heavily populated, you stand out because of the way that you do it. Nobody does it like you. No one. You can compare yourself all you want and say, I should be making X amount of dollars. I should be here. I should be there. Stop. Stop it right now. Journal that shit out. Go for a walk and sweat it out. Get back to square one, your roots, and figure it out how you really want to help people. Again, I literally just did this for myself. Why do I want to go for a network? Why would I ever want to go work for a network where I haven't worked for a corporation? I was telling you from the other day, I haven't had an interview in like 12 years because I've had my business for this long, actually longer. But I could never do that because, first of all, I do the roles of 6 people. I don't think anybody's going to hire me with 6 salaries. I couldn't just do one part. I don't want to just produce. I don't want to just design with sites. I don't want to just write. I like the overall experience, and my clients enjoy the overall experience, which is why they hire me, which is why I have a referral system, which is why 90% of my business comes from referrals, which again, in episode 346 that I mentioned, I already have the notes sitting in front of me. If you have a small business and you want one, or you just want to learn something, or you want to share with a friend or a family member that needs any small business tips, tricks, and strategies, that's what next episode is going to be about. Because it's really important to share every single thing that's working right now. And it's not just in a podcasting business, a coaching business, like it's in any business on the internet, okay? Any business will enjoy hearing that episode. So going back to podcasting, I can't do one job. Like the overall experience of developing a show is unbelievable. Like I don't even know how to put it into words, like how good I feel when I'm working with someone and they trust me, they share their content with me, and then I write scripts for them and develop an entire podcast for them, like literally from nothing, using their content. That's it. And then a beautiful show is born. That's it. And it could take 3 years, which I'm still working with someone and we haven't launched a show, but I have 3 years worth of content. Or somebody that I just started working with last week that we can have our show live in 6 to 8 weeks. Like, it honestly depends the time frame. That's a question I get a lot. And I think I'm going to do another podcasting episode, like how to podcast, how to launch a podcast, episode 347. I did write that down, so maybe I should just do that now that I'm telling you. So this is episode 345. 346 will be all about small business tips, tricks, and strategies, and the ones that actually work. Like, don't waste time, money, and energy. Like, listen to the show. And then 347 will be all about podcasting, because I did just do a LinkedIn one a little bit ago. So I feel like that just makes the most sense, because I think my audio course should be coming out soon, because a lot of people are asking me about that. So I'm going to revamp Start Your Podcast Today again, I think. Let me know if you're interested. Anyway, so I just feel so good. I felt good on August 6th when I recorded my 6-year, I think I might have said 6 months earlier, 6-year podcast anniversary show, which was 2 months after I really wanted to record it. So the break in my episodes over this past year has been the longest I've ever taken, because I needed time to think, to decompress, to heal, to transform. And I can't get on a mic and like talk to you and be like my happy, excited, normal self like I am right now when I'm trying to heal, like just going through trauma from being in Las Vegas 6 years ago. Like I said on the 6-year anniversary, like everything was like full circle moments. And I feel like I'm finally getting out of that. I don't know. I got to do a whole other episode on trauma, and I can't do it alone. Like, I need an expert on, because your body remembers trauma. And let me tell you, like just the other day, I just felt awful and I felt like I was getting the flu, and it was because I was doing this castor oil on my belly button, and that gives you flu-like symptoms because I did a little bit too much. But your body remembers trauma, and every time at anniversary, a chemo date, I'm sick. Something happens to me, and I'll look on my time hop. Sure enough, on my way to chemo. It's insane. Like, does that ever end? Those are my questions for the expert. I want to find a really good trauma expert to bring on the show. And I have a lot that have pitched me, but I don't know. I didn't feel aligned with them. And so I want to search for one, and I have been on TikTok. So I have a few that I'm thinking about, and the more the merrier, you know what I mean? Like, I would love to have them all on at the same time, and we have like a powwow, because the more information you get about trauma and different points of view, the better off you are with your own information. You know, take what you need and go with it, you know? Like, when you're scrolling on TikTok and you're looking for things, like, let's go back to castor oil again, because I have this video I created on TikTok, and I use repurpose.io. If you are not using this tool, you are missing out. You do not need a social media manager or a virtual assistant if you are using repurpose.io. So I use it for TikTok. TikTok is my hub. When I'm posting a video on TikTok, a lot of people don't even realize this. I think I'm always on Instagram or I'm always on YouTube. All those videos are coming from TikTok. I pay $20 a month with my affiliate link, and you can too. You get 2 weeks free. It will be in the show notes if you're interested, but that's not the point. I posted a video on TikTok about the side effects that I got from castor oil in my belly button, because I had been doing all this research and scrolling on TikTok and looking for castor oil information. And it started off with my kneecaps, because I have like arthritis in my knees because I'm getting old. And so I realized that I needed castor oil. Then I was like, I want to put it on my face. I want to put it everywhere. And everybody all over TikTok like swears by it for like literally everything. The amount of healing stories I've come across is like unbelievable. I can't even count. So I went to the store and I got myself my castor oil. Well, for 2 days, I felt so nauseous. I felt like I had the flu. I honestly felt hungover. I had the worst headache ever. And I'm not a kind of girl that gets like headaches a lot. And I felt like I had the flu. And I'm like, what the hell? Sure enough, I realized doing a deep dive on the TikToks once again, it took a lot longer for me to find people doing videos with side effects. So I'm like, fuck that. I need to share it because I feel like shit. This video is going viral on my Facebook Reels for my business page, not my personal. And I think it's almost at like 30,000 views because everybody is chiming in about their castor oil experience, what happened to them. Some are really intense and some are agreeing with me. Some are questioning me. You know how the internet works. Some are haters, some are lovers, like whatever. So I posted that on TikTok and I only have like a couple hundred views. YouTube Shorts, same thing. Instagram, like barely any. When it gets posted to Facebook, my business page, not my professional page, it's gone viral. I have like 300 new followers. Like the stats are nuts. So I'm going to be talking a lot more about repurpose.io in my small business episode next week, but it's insane. And I'm talking about castor oil. I'm not talking about podcasting. That's why it just goes to show you, like, one, you have to use this app, and two, you have to share what you know because I'm helping other people and they're helping me. Sharing is caring. I say it all the time. Like, why are you holding back? If you feel like shit and you're trying a new holistic product, go on the internet and tell people, like, I feel like shit. It didn't work out for me. Like, why are you gatekeeping? Like, the whole point of living on this planet is to, like, help others feel good, yourself good, and just share more, right? So I don't know. That's what I did. And now it's gone viral. It's so crazy. So I'm going to try the castor oil again tonight. I did a little bit too much and I was definitely detoxing and I was on medication for my eardrum bursting. So that was another situation that also happened. The anniversary date of a chemo session. Weird. I know, but this is the shit that happens to me. And this is why I need to have a trauma experts, plural. I need them on the show. Because I need to understand for myself and also share it with you because that's the whole point of the show. So going back to Kellyanne Cares, there's a lot of information that's on the site, but it's like short, sweet, to the point. There's not a lot of images. I revamped my affiliate program. So if you're not familiar with that, is basically in 2017 when I launched my podcast development agency, I was getting referrals. I'm still getting referrals. You don't need to go mention my name when you're at a networking event, but you do. So instead of me paying Meta, I pay you. So you receive a 10% commission whenever you share my information and a client comes out of it. And you get a code, and that's literally it. So if you're interested in joining the affiliate program, we can hop on a call and talk about it. It's literally you mentioning my services, and when that person hires me, I send you 10% commission. When I get paid, you get paid. That's it. It's honestly a great way for you to earn some passive income. But I created this affiliate program again in 2017. And since then, it's been 90% referrals, my business. And then 10 comes from, maybe I should say like 75-25. No, that's too low. It's still like 90-10. And people just start following me online and they want to pick my brain and we hop on a call and we just make shit happen. And I'm just so proud of what I continuously create because when you create content, you get burnt out and you can have all the tricks up your sleeve, your morning routines, your habit stacking and time slotting and everything I do, but you're going to get burnt out. You need to take a break. I've been taking Sundays off the internet, but sometimes I'll take like a Friday or Saturday off and then I'll work on a Sunday on the internet. So it really depends. But batching content is really important. And my schedule is pretty much the same Monday through Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I can bang out like a lot of more creative content and filming. And sometimes I can't, so then I'll do it during the week. So I just like flip-flop depending on what it is I have going on and what projects I'm working on. And if I have to write or if I have to design or if I have to develop or I have to produce, it's easier for me to do, like, I mentioned this on the last episode, like one day of writing, one day of producing, one day of developing, because I get so much more done. I'm so much more productive. So if you are a business owner or just somebody trying to get more chores done, or things knocked off your to-do list, maybe set them in like categories. That always helps for me. But also blocking off sets of times. So like early in the morning, I do my best writing. And then 10 to 2 is the time that I'm on the call coaching with my clients. Like 10 to 2 are my coaching call times. And sometimes I have to take them really early. Sometimes I have to be in the car. Sometimes I take them really late because not everybody is available 10 to 2. So I always make sure that I have a time slot. Like that's my calendar. You'll see in my Calendly link if you want to click it in the show notes, like just to set it up. That's how I set mine up. But if you know what works best for you or doesn't work best, like that's honestly like a huge win, because that's the biggest struggle I find with other business owners is when I'm trying to get them organized to become more productive in their everyday life as well as their business. Like they don't know where they're best at. Like that's the biggest part of coaching, I think, is like you need to figure that part out, because then everything else is like a breeze. Like I know if I get up at 4:30 or 5, I'm going to bang out the best content when I'm writing, not filming, writing. It's just too early to film. In the midday is when I can film content. I also know for a fact if I try to produce anything after say like 4, it's going to sound like shit. I'm not in it. Production is hard when there's other noises in the background and other things are going on. I can't do my best work after like 3 or 4. I'd say 3 I could do. Let's just say 4. I just know that. And it's trial and error. So you have to see what works best for you. And then you just go with it. And if it doesn't, move on. I mean, I literally just explained to you how I rebranded like 3 times. And here we are. If it doesn't work, try and try again. Like it's the whole point of having a business and being an entrepreneur and just a human overall. Like losing weight. If you're trying keto and it's not working, try something again. Or maybe you want to go back to it because it worked in the past. Like try it again. It's all like the circle of life. It's all how we become the best versions of ourselves is just by going through chapters of healing and trauma and working a certain way and growing certain ways. And I could do a whole nother series on this, but what I've gone through in my life, specifically the last 6 years, which ironically is when I launched the show and why I launched the show and now why I do what I do. It's just, again, a full circle moment. And I feel like the next few months until the end of the year are going to be transformational for not only myself and my business, but you as well. I'm not sure if you're into astrology or the moons or what's happening in the world right now, but a lot is shifting and changing. I mean, just look at the weather. Oh my God, the weather lately is just out of control. And the drivers that drive in it are also out of control. Let me say that. I know you know who I'm talking about. Those crazy people on the highway, they do not know how to drive when it rains. Anyway, I'm so glad that you stayed to the end of the show because this was a very important one for me to share. And it's like a new beginning. It's a new chapter. And hopefully the next episode, you will hear a brand new intro. You're going to hear brand new music. You're going to have brand new guests. You're going to be introduced to brand new brands to you. They're not brand new, but they're new brands to you that you are going to love because I love them. And if I don't love something, I never share it with you. So you won't even know about it. But thank you for listening. I'm so glad that you came. You stopped by the show. Now, if you would like to win a free copy of my book, all I ask is that you head to Apple Podcasts, leave me a review, make sure you screenshot it and tag me because I don't see them till the next day and I don't know how to contact you because I don't get your information. When you tag me, a copy of my book is yours. And also, I wanted to share, I did mention it a couple times before, but anything I mention on the show is always available to you in the show notes. And then you can also go to kellyangorman.com, type in the search bar whatever you're looking for, and all of my content will pop up. I told you, I'm the most organized human on the planet. That goes for my digital life and business on the internet as well. Everything is done in a very strategic, organized, purposeful way so that you can find my content in the quickest way possible. So thank you so much for listening. Check out the show notes. Let's connect on the internet. sign up for my brand new personal email or my LinkedIn newsletter, whatever it is you want to do. You don't have to do it. I'm just saying you can because now it's available. You're going to get a free productivity and goal achieving guide today for free and my book for free if, again, you leave me a review on Apple Podcasts. So that's what I wanted to share with you. That's why I re-recorded the show. There's just so much in the works. Like, my wheels are spinning. Like, I've been on calls all week long with so many other business owners, and we're all just like on fire. So we're going to close this year out strong, which is why I think it's really important for my next episode to be all about me sharing with you what works so that you can do the same. So stay tuned for that. Again, if you sign up for my newsletter, that's when you get the episodes first. So if you want my personal emails and newsletters and episodes behind the scenes, like all of that, you will always get it first when you're signed up for my emails. So head to kellyanngorman.com. You could check out everything that I just shared with you on today's show. And again, if you have any questions at all about anything, you can always reach out to me. Like, don't be shy. Like, we're all in it to win it here. I want to help you level up and feel as good in your body and your brain and your business as you possibly can. I've gone through this crazy life of mine so that I can be the best version of myself for you. So don't be shy. Seriously. Like, so many people are like, I didn't know if I should like message you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Call me, text me right now.